The country's water crisis seems to be deepening. Over 1,000 villages in Giyani in Limpopo are still battling with water shortages. A water project that was meant to be completed in 2017 is gathering dust, with officials saying an additional 4 billion rand is needed to complete this project. We understand 3 officials have since been arrested on corruption allegations. Our reporter Heidi Giokos is in Giyani for us and joins us for an update on this story. Heidi, this story is all too familiar for many South Africans. We're seeing these projects where money is being spent and there's not much to show for it.
Exactly, Clemens. We do understand that this project was brought to the spotlight about 7 years ago when this area in Limpopo, Giyani, was identified as an area that was in desperate need of water supply to the many villages. And we do understand that over 3.5 billion rand was spent on this project, but you still have thousands of Giyani residents without water supply, them needing to subject themselves to actually buying water from those who have boreholes. This is just some of the sentiments that have been shared by residents in the villages here in Giyani. But to get more on what the plan is going forward, we are joined by Mr. Otis Ngobeni from Mopane District Municipality. Thanks so much for your time, sir. Let's start off with the fact that it's 7 years later. There is no Giyani water project. Billions of rands have been spent and the residents don't have water. What does the municipality have to say for themselves regarding this?
Look, we were also concerned and we acknowledge that many of our communities here are still struggling. But you will know, we met with the minister a month ago and we expressed ourselves in terms of the frustrations that we're encountering. Particularly because you will know, we are also dependent on the completion of the Nandoni bulk water project. We don't have many sources around here in the district. If you were driving around here, you will notice that we have the Sami Dam, which is around 21 cubic meters in terms of capacity. So the reason why the Nandoni bulk water project was conceptualized was that it should then come and assist in terms of providing relief for water supply around this district of Mopane, in particular Giyani. So we're also frustrated, but I must indicate that it's not like we're just throwing our hands in the air, we're doing nothing. We have drilled a number of boreholes because in anticipation that this project will be completed. We believe that once it's completed, these communities will have sustainable supply of water and we will not necessarily be needing these boreholes. But the frustration that we've had, I must indicate, is that even with the boreholes that we have drilled, many of them still are not providing water to our communities. And we've expressed this to the minister because Eskom is delaying in terms of energizing. We've even had to go back and sit as a municipality and say, perhaps we need to move and start implementing a project around solar energy.
So I still don't understand what the plan is going forward, because we just come from villages here in Giyani who are under the most horrendous conditions. It's actually unacceptable that they have to subject themselves to trying to find water, or even having to go and buy water from people who have boreholes just to have water, which is a basic constitutional right. What is the plan moving forward? It's the 1st of November, next week Monday. It's local government elections and people still don't have water.
We're not necessarily driven by the 1st of November. 1st of November will come and go. We are driven by our inherent responsibility and obligation as Water Service Authority to deliver water to the communities around here in Greater Giyani. Look, like I said, in terms of short term, we are doing the best that we can as Water Service Authority, the district, working with the local municipalities. We even have around 11 water tankers in this municipality alone. But that is not enough. That is why I'm saying to you, we are dependent on the completion of that project. And there is commitment from the minister. We are happy because there seems to be that commitment that that project will be fast-tracked and we see its completion. Now, the Department of Water and Sanitation they are now implementing the project internally using Construction North. And what the minister said is that they will try to have many subcontractors so that the project moves faster.
Okay, I've run out of time, but I have to ask you this question. There's allegations, and we as eNCA have actually been privy to this and have seen this, where you have people driving around with water tankers selling water back to the community when it's supposed to have been provided by the municipality. Is the municipality aware of this?
It has not been brought to our attention, and I believe that communities should come forward and raise those issues with us, and we will then be able to look into how best we can address that. I must tell you this side. In terms of how we administer the water tankering here in Greater Giyani and other local municipalities where we are doing water tankering, it is actually controlled at the level of local municipality, where what councillors themselves say, we want the water tanker to be in this village at this particular time. That is the best that we are doing. So if there are those allegations, they have not been brought to our attention, and we will want to invite people to come forward and report such to us.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that insight. Clement, hopefully the minister will try and fast track this process, because my cameraman and I, Shahid Dipale, were actually at parts of this Greater Giyani water project that was supposed to be implemented 7 years ago, and it seems as though nothing has still been done, even though the minister has committed to sorting that problem out.
Yeah, and yet so much money has been spent on that project. Heidi Giokos, thank you for that update. Let's continue with our focus.